Hey, welcome back to Score on Business. So it sounds like Satchel has done very well.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you have as many companies as you all do, not everybody's going to make it. It's hard to make it in business. Share a couple of lessons that people can learn from.
That's right. I mean, these teams are trying to solve really big, difficult problems. That's part of the fun of it. That's why we get excited. That's why they leave their day job and try to do this. And with that, you're going to have some failure. So I think the two most common ways are they don't sort of enmesh their product into the workflows of their customers. Mm-hmm. So we had a company that did a great job. They had a product that they were selling to physician groups. And it worked really well kind of by itself, but it didn't integrate into their workflows, into the way they run their business clean enough or easy enough. It was sort of too hard to implement, and therefore they didn't get enough traction, enough sales, and it just didn't work. The other really common problem is it's pretty hard. There's a lot of stress in launching a business with low pay or no pay, and you hit bumps in the road, and sometimes the teams fracture. And so often we'll see a team that they believe they're going to work well together. They really are excited about this, but then when they get into month 3, month 4, month 5, they start to infight and not get along, and then someone has to go get a job that pays, and they end up sort of not working out, the team dynamics.
Yeah, they mean well, but you know, it gets pretty stressful.
Yeah, it's just life, right? I mean, it's a hard process.
It's more than life. I mean, for me, I spent a long time working for other companies, and I spent a long time being self-employed. What I feel like being an entrepreneur pushes you professionally more than anything else.
There's no question. There's no way to hide. Right? I mean, in a big company, there's lots of people doing things that sort of help. In an entrepreneurial company, typically you're the chief salesman, chief engineer. You're also making the coffee and going to Costco and buying supplies, all as part of the job, which is hard.
You know, I want to touch bases back to something that you were sharing earlier. There's the saying, it takes a village to raise a child, and it really catches my attention that you were in venture capital and recognized that companies were getting funding but not getting help, and that frustrated you, and so you've kind of built a village. And I know some of the mentors.
Yeah,
that
you know some of the villagers in there.
They're who I go to ask. So what is the success rate with regular venture capital, and then building the village? How has that helped?
Yeah, so there's sort of two different aspects. If you're just an entrepreneur at your kitchen table that I normally work with, and you're not yet funded, your odds are about 1 in 500 that you'll be successful and have a viable business that generates wealth for you and makes a difference in the world. Once you get funded and you have either angel or venture funding, that dramatically goes to about 1 in 3. So there's a significant sort of hurdle in getting capital to get going. But I got frustrated just with the whole concept that I get really close to these teams. I like to help them. And the idea that 1 out of 3 was the best we could do was really frustrating, because by definition, then 2 out of 3 are failing. And so I worked with Marcus Whitney, and we founded Jumpstart on the idea that if we provide more than capital, all these other pieces, and we pull in really talented people from the community to be the village and provide support, we could help more entrepreneurs be successful. And it's early yet. We only have done 67 investments, so I'm not sure it's publishable, but we're at about 60% success rate now. So it made a meaningful difference, and it's because of that sort of
to 2/3.
Yeah, it's a much better system, and it sort of brings in experts that can provide the right advice at the right time to sort of move you forward.
Well, we've only got a moment left, but I can tell you at Score, we have a hard time getting entrepreneurs to focus on selling and marketing and getting new customers. If you don't have customers, you don't have
You're not going to make it. And so one of the things we've built is a growth agency that helps them with that and really provides help, giving them leads, giving them a marketing plan, and sort of help. Now they have to close the deal, but we will feed them leads and get them going.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good process. It's a lot of work still, but we're sort of giving you the scaffolding or framework to build on.
thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for
being
having
here
me.
today.
It's great.
Okay,
Thank you.
ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this week, and we'll talk with you next week. Thanks for being on Score on Business.